Well, it's official. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric and Shattered Crystal have been released. But we're not going to be looking at either of those today because I don't have a Wii U. And in order to get the footage for Shattered Crystal, you'd have to watch me record it off my 2DS screen. You don't want that. So, we're going to capitalize on the hype by reviewing the only other piece of media that the Sonic Boom franchise has to offer. Wait, what do you mean there was also a comic book? No one ever told me about that. How did I not hear about that? Well, we're not going to be looking at that either. We're going to be looking at the only other piece of Sonic Boom media. The cartoon show.
The Sonic Boom cartoon was announced around the same time as the video games and the toy line. The first clip we were shown was a short scene of Sonic chasing Eggman. And while the clip showed the promise of the show, there were still many people who were skeptical.
So, is it any good? Is it worth watching? Is Knuckles' sudden growth spurt explained at all? Okay, the answer to the last one is no, but to get the answers to the first two, we had to go back and look at the first two episodes that aired together and see.
The very first episode was called Sidekick.
I wonder who this'll be about.
It opens up with a pretty familiar scene if you saw the Sonic Boom announcement. Sonic chases Eggman, Eggman releases Burnbot, Tails shows up, and Burnbot trashes Tails.
Are we all caught up? Good, because this is where we pick up the new action with Sonic finding Tails in the wreckage.
Holy crap, this is a kids show, right? After such a dangerous mission, Sonic decides Tails needs to retire for his own good. So, he has tryouts for the newly opened position of Sidekick. Eggman and Tails both decide to crash the tryouts, so Sonic has them, and this beaver, try out for the position by racing to the incredibly dangerous and somewhat misnamed Mount Safety. In episode 2, called May an Evil Genius Crash on Your Couch, Eggman shows up at Sonic and Tails' door asking for a place to stay after his island fortress was destroyed. Sonic agrees as long as Eggman isn't up to something.
'Cause, you know, that's never backfired before.
Pillow fight hilarity ensues and da-da-da! Eggman was up to something the whole time.
I know, shocking, isn't it? So, overall it was okay. Oh, come on, I didn't say I hated it! I mean, I just didn't find it to be anything special. In fact, I was surprised when I went online and found that it was getting extremely favorable reviews. I mean, it's got over an 8 out of 10 user score on IMDb for the first 2 episodes. But it looks like I'm a little bit more down on it than most people. That being said though, the show did quite a bit that I liked.
The voice acting was excellent. Roger Craig Smith continued improving on his strong run as Sonic, and Mike Pollock delivered yet another amazing performance as Dr. Eggman. And Amy! Oh, thank goodness! Amy doesn't sound like Minnie Mouse anymore. The music was also expertly composed, adding the right feel to each scene. I do think they missed an opportunity to play the Sonic drowning music when Sonic was, you know, drowning, but what can you do?
And the best part is that the writing provided for some legitimately funny moments, like when Knuckles hijacked Sonic's interview. We're gonna have to change your name. How about Knuckles Jr.? Or Cubot's response to being told he had no soul. He's right. Heck, even Amy got a few laughs for her role as therapist. Are you eating your feelings? The way they wrote the characters put them in some pretty good situations to make some pretty funny jokes. But some people will probably say that the jokes were kind of hit or miss. And I mean, there were definitely some jokes that were aimed at kids. I'm looking at you, Italian pizza-making Amy Rose, who juggles and sings. And of course, there were a lot of things that I just didn't like that need to be mentioned. The biggest thing for me is that the show just kinda starts.
Sonic, Eggman, and Tails get a decent enough introduction with their opening sequence, but other characters like Amy and Knuckles just kinda show up. Styx is the biggest offender of this though. She just shows up in the second episode and starts spouting off her conspiracy theories. We know nothing about this character, like how she was met, what she's like. They don't even officially say her name until the third scene she's in, 6 minutes after she first appears.
Now I understand that you're supposed to get to know the characters from the video games because the TV show comes after the video games. That doesn't really work when the TV show airs 3 days before the video games come out. I also thought at times that the animation was a little bit off. Now don't get me wrong, this is some of the best 3D animation I've seen on a TV show yet, and there were some great scenes that were just fluid and well animated. But there were also some times, especially in episode 2 I noticed, where the character animations were stilted and soulless. And the last thing I actually want to talk about here is Amy.
For the most part, I like a lot of the characterizations that the Sonic gang got, especially Knuckles and Eggman. But I really don't know what they're trying to do with Amy. In the first episode, she was portrayed as an over-the-top joker, but then in the second episode, Amy was playing therapist.
For me, this is kinda disappointing because based on the trailers we got for the video games, I thought Amy was gonna be played as a cool, smart, explorer type who acts as kind of a compass for the entire team. But it seems pretty clear this is not what the show's going for. So, was it bad? No. Was it good? I'd say that's debatable. Was it good enough to keep me watching for another week? Yes, and I think it was good enough that you guys should try it out, because who knows, maybe you'll love it. So, that's the question I'm going to pose to you guys. If you've seen the show, did you enjoy it? And if you haven't yet, then go back and watch the episodes and come back here and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit that like button, and if you're new to the show, hey, how's it going? If you're new and you liked it, then hit that subscribe button, because I'm sure more of these will be coming out soon. But that's it for me. I'll see all of you guys next time.